everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I have a fun video on perfumes for all the different star signs. I am a Sagittarius. I just had my birthday and I thought it would be fun to do a video around the perfumes that for me evoke the different qualities typical of each star sign. I did do a video like this many years ago back in the day and I thought it was time to do it again. If you are new here, then hello, welcome. I'm all about perfumes. I have hundreds, in fact over 1,000 different videos now, going through all perfume new releases, the best perfumes for each different perfume note. So do check out all my other videos. And as always, I will put links in the description box and pinned in the comments on where you can buy all the perfumes I talk about in this video, all around the world, UK, Europe, North America, Australia, where they're available. And of course, you can check out my perfumes, Empress, Aphrodite, and my super concentrated soy wax candles over on my website sokilondon.com, and I do have international shipping there. But before we get into the perfumes, I want to say a big thank you to the sponsor of today's video, Ana Luisa Jewelry, my favorite jewelry brand, and it has been for many years. If you're a regular here, you might have noticed that I am pretty much always wearing their jewelry. I'm wearing all Ana Luisa today, and I wanted to let you know about their big sale. They have up to 35% off on their website, making it the perfect opportunity to pick a really meaningful gift for someone for Christmas. And I think a great gift for loved ones is something around their zodiac sign, because of course it's personal. You've taken the time to figure out what sign they are. And Ana Luisa just have this new range where they have these super cute necklaces that are each star sign. They've literally just come out. I can't wait to get mine. So mine being Sagittarius would be the little arrow. So they're all the cute little delicate star sign necklaces, and they're only $65. They are real gold. And what I love about Ana Luisa is that they use really sustainable ways to create their jewelry. They totally check their supply chain all the way back to the very beginning. They also recycle gold and reuse it. They even check how much water they're using. They have a bunch of great credentials around their sustainability. About 75% of their jewelry comes from recycled materials. And what I also love is that their pieces stand the test of time. I've never had any issues with any of my pieces that I've had years and years. I've never had any tarnishing. I've never had anything break or bend. I just picked up a bunch of new rings. I'm loving this ring set that has a moon and a star, two together. I also got a moonstone ring, and also loving this blue ring as well that they have in a bunch of different colors. The pieces start at $39 with free shipping, free exchanges, and they ship worldwide. So I do think it's a great, really simple way to choose from their hundreds of different pieces to get a really meaningful gift for your loved ones at Christmas. So I'll put the link down below in the description box to where you can shop their pieces and get those up to 35% discounts. So all the information will be down in the description box. Cool, so I've made some notes here around the different star signs and perfumes that go with them. So I might as well start with Sagittarius that we've just had. And with this being my star sign, I was probably a little bit biased in choosing which perfume I would have for this. The symbol is of course the Archer, and the ruling planet is Jupiter. And the key traits, according to the internet, are philosophical. Well, I did do a degree in ancient philosophy. Free-spirited, unfiltered, and wanderlusting. I am a massive wanderluster, so true. If you haven't checked out my other channel, Soki Travels, with all my travel vlogs, you'll see how much of a wanderlust traveler I am. So I definitely for this had to pick my beautiful Jimmy Choo Eau de Parfum. This has been a favorite of mine since it came out like over 10 years ago. It is a really fun pear top note, followed by a toffee and patchouli base. I just find it the most addictive smell. I love wearing it just during the day. I actually spray this quite often at night before I go to sleep because I find it really comforting, and I think my partner like associates this scent with me as well. It's definitely very universal. You could wear this traveling, you can wear this like in any kind of weather. It's an eau de parfum, but it's not super intense, so I definitely do wear this in the summer and the spring as well as in the winter. And what I love about it as well tell is that because it's been out for a while, you can often get it reduced. This is the original, it's just called Jimmy Choo Eau de Parfum, and often at Christmas as well, they do this in a gift set where you can get a body lotion that I use as a hand cream, and that only comes out at Christmas time. They don't usually sell that separately. So I'll see if I can find that and leave the link for you guys. But do let me know if you're also a Sagittarius like me and you are a user of Jimmy Choo Eau de Parfum. So the next one after Sagittarius is Capricorn. Now Capricorn symbol is the goat. Sorry about that, guys. Just not quite as cool as an archer, is it? Let's face it. With the ruling planet as Saturn. And the key traits are traditional, down to earth, industrious, and disciplined. So what I thought for this is actually one of the sort of most popular perfumes at the moment, actually, Prada Paradox. I think this is a pretty down to earth perfume. I can imagine people wearing this like in the office, in like a traditional environment. The main note really here is a jasmine, but it also has an amber undertone, which really helps it last. And I think that's why this has become such a successful perfume, because you really can smell it on yourself. I remember the first time I sprayed this in a shop, all the way home in the car, I could just keep smelling it. It really is good for lasting. So it's sort of capturing for me that industrious quality of the Capricorn, that like it lasts and you don't need to mess about too much. You just put some sprays on, then you're done, and you know the scent's going to be there. It's also got, you know, these very straight lines, which for me feels very practical, industrious. It stands up, no problem. It's not fussy and down to earth, but it does still have that traditional, like that iconic Prada shape as well. I predict that this will be one of the best sellers this Christmas, like it was last year. They did release an intense version of this recently, which I think is not very exciting. It has some more mossy notes in it. Personally, I recommend sticking with the original Paradox. So next up we have Aquarius. So this is the symbol, it says the water beaver. Even though this obviously Aquarius makes you think of water, I think this is an air sign. And it says key traits: humanitarian, eccentric, individualistic, cool, slightly quirky. So for this, I actually picked Armani's My Way. This perfume is marketed as a perfume for traveling, exploring. I think it is very cool, like individualistic fragrance as well. And it's also delicious. This is a white floral fragrance. So we're talking tuberose, jasmine, a little bit of orange blossom. It's got a sparkling freshness to it, but it also has pretty good lasting power. There are a lot of perfumes that use tuberose as such a main note, as they do in My Way. And the version of it called My Way Floral, I really like for the summer. It has more orange blossom in, more orangey feel to it. And I just thought, reading about the Aquarius, I just thought this kind of like fitted, and it has the blue lid, which is kind of like the air and Aquarius vibes. Again, this is the original Eau de Parfum, and I do recommend this the most out of all of them. Like, there is intense and stronger versions, but I think this projects and lasts pretty well. And especially for this time of year, I'd go for this over the floral one, which is a bit lighter. So next up we have Pisces. Of course, the symbol is the fish. The ruling planet is Neptune. And this one is described as being in touch with your own feelings, but also wired to pick up on and take on everyone else's emotions, a significant presence, sensitivity, intuitive, healers, romantic, artists, otherworldly daydreamers. So reading about this, the perfume that came to mind was Viktor & Rolf's Good Fortune. This is their fortune teller themed fragrance, and I felt like this had the sort of psychic, spiritual vibes of a Pisces. Again, this is actually a jasmine perfume, but it has quite a unique fennel note in here, which adds a touch of aromatic, interesting vibes that do remind me a little bit of sort of going into a fortune teller's tent where they might be burning some herbs, and it adds that little herbal bit to it. But overall, it's jasmine with a vanilla. The fennel isn't like overpowering or anything. Jasmine and vanilla is a combination we see quite a lot in perfumes over the past few years, but by adding that fennel in, there's just a little bit of mysterious like tweak to the fragrance, which I think works well with the Pisces. So next up we have Aries, the ram, and this has the ruling planet of Mars, competitive, energetic, impulsive, fearless, and for me that description is definitely fitting for my Empress perfume. This is the first perfume I released and I really wanted to create a boss girl perfume. So that sort of fearless energy of the Aries is exactly what I wanted to create here. This is a really heavily concentrated perfume, so much like perfume oil in here compared to most other perfumes out there. We're talking like almost 40%. So this really is an eau de parfum intense. It lasts and lasts and lasts with a strawberry top note, and then you've got rose and a bit of a toffee popcorn base with some patchouli, which adds warmth and sweetness, kind of like Jimmy Choo. But that strawberry was inspired by Monsieur Cherie that was discontinued years ago that had that really unique strawberry top note. This is definitely a perfume that you want to wear if you want people to be able to smell you, to get complimented on it. It's definitely giving like boss girl vibes. It's not a perfume to be messed with, and it's ideal for this time of year when you want something quite strong when the weather is cold. So for me, this was Aries. So next up we have Taurus, and Taurus is quite a resolute earth sign, but quite chill, loyal, enjoying art, and it talks about liking things like spa days, indulgence, sensual, grounded. So when I thought of that, I definitely thought an aromatic perfume, something like Laura Mercier Neroli de Sud. So aromatic perfumes are fragrances that use scents like lavender, like herbal scents, sage, that really sort of create a calming spa-like scent. Neroli de Sud uses lavender, neroli and verbena, like a lemon leaf, but it really does smell like walking into a really expensive spa. It's very chill, sensual, and very, very calming. This is one of 4 perfumes from Laura Mercier that came out in the past year. I do have a video going through all of them. The others are sweeter and vanilla, like the body creams, but this one is just really calming and relaxing and classy, and I just thought that was perfect for Taurus. So next up we have Gemini, the twins, and this sign is described as being witty, curious, charming, flighty, lovers of sharing. So for this one I actually thought of Armani C, which is definitely a charming fragrance, but we have the new Armani C Intense. So with it being twins, I thought it'd be cute to have like 2. Armani C is a vanilla patchouli fragrance with a hint of blackcurrant, and the intense version, this is a new intense version, brings out the blackcurrant a little bit more, and it's a little bit more deeper and not quite as sweet, but more warm ambery with the blackcurrant. You can see that the original one has a slightly different bottle to the new version, the new intense, which has the C written on it. I would imagine over time they'll re-release all their perfumes with these big C writing in gold, but at the moment it's just the intense. It says for Gemini things like marketing, PR, publishing, and I think Armani C is perfect for that. Like, these are good perfumes that people can smell on you. They're great for every day. They definitely have presence, but they definitely have a slightly light-hearted, sort of witty, charming feel to them. So next up we have Cancer, the water sign. This is a sort of dreamy, compassionate, giving sign, quite nurturing. And of course, being a water sign with the symbol of the crab on the beach, I absolutely had to choose this for my Aphrodite perfume, which is a very water-inspired fragrance. This fragrance is really lush, fresh mango with palm leaves, lotus, and a sort of aquatic, watery base. Again, it is concentrated. This is about 30% fragrance oil concentration, and you can see from people's reviews of this on my website that it does really last and project like Empress. There aren't many mango perfumes out there, and I really wanted to create a really classy mango, and that lotus really makes it very sparkling and adds that like aquatic feel to the palm leaves and the mango. And there is a coconut milk in the base, but it's not like a sweet vanilla. It's much more like a fresh coconut, like you just opened a coconut on the beach. I love it so much. Such a beautiful fragrance, and I just thought it was perfect for Cancer, being all about those fresh beach vibes. So next we have Leo, the lion, whose planet is the sun. And this is such a confident, like, fire sign. I thought this would be perfect for Dolce & Gabbana Devotion. I really think this perfume with the sort of yellow and gold and the big sort of Dolce & Gabbana heart on the front was very strong and powerful. And we've got Katy Perry as the face of the fragrance as well. I think this is a very charismatic, like, strong scent. And I'm actually really loving it, really addicted to it. It's a vanilla and an orange perfume. So it's sweet, but it has this like candied orange, candied lemon zest feel to it. Really addictive and boorish, like I want to eat the fragrance, if that makes sense. Orange and vanilla, lemon and vanilla is actually a combination I had in mind for a future fragrance that I wanted to create. So Dolce & Gabbana beat me to it. But I think this definitely has a very self-assured Leo vibe to it. And this is one of my favorite releases of the year. I actually forgot to include it in my video about my favorite releases of 2023. I don't know why I forgot, but I actually really do love this. So next up we have Virgo with the planet Mercury. This star sign is said to be analytical, serious, service, detailed, orientated, health conscious, a lover of lists, spreadsheets, researching things. And with this being an earth sign as well, I thought this would be a good sign to have Chloe Nomad as its fragrance. This has a quite earthy qualities to it. The original uses oak moss, and this new version, which I'm obsessed with, Jasmine Intense, uses of course jasmine with these earthy sweet date notes in here. So you've got like the warmth of a dried fruit, the date, with the jasmine and these slightly earthy undertones. I think it's ideal for like the autumn, and Virgo is an autumn sign, September, and it's quite reliable. It's quite complex and unusual as well, sort of getting those analytical vibes from the Virgo. And this actually was another one of my favorite releases of the year. So next we have a Libra, romantic sign with Venus as their planet. This one was a little bit of a no-brainer given the name. I had to go for YSL Libre. The original Libre does definitely have some romantic feeling to it. It's a mixture of lavender and jasmine. It's a really best-selling perfume, very versatile. You can wear during the day, during the night. I actually really love the eau de toilette version of it, because this has lots of orange blossom in, which there are hints of in the original, but more so in the eau de toilette, but they combine really well with the jasmine, and I find it performs just as good as an eau de parfum. Really, it's a good eau de toilette. It's not too light. The Libre definitely is a go-getting fragrance. We have Dua Lipa as the face of the fragrance, but it also having that jasmine and the lavender in the original provides some of the serenity that also is associated with this star sign. And then last but by no means least, we have Scorpio. Scorpio is known for being quite a mysterious star sign, quite private, classy, family orientated. So for this I chose Lancome Idole, which I think is a really classy fragrance and has the sort of romantic, classy vibes associated with this scent. This is a rose fragrance primarily, really pretty, delicate, feminine rose, and then you've got a pear top note. I love a pear top note. It just lifts it and adds a bit of sparkling to it. And there's a little bit of jasmine in here as well. There's also the new Lancome Idole Now, which has an orchid note in, which is really classy as well. And I just, whenever I think of Idole Now, I do think of a very classy, sort of private, traditional type perfume. So I thought this would work well for Scorpio. Cool, so those are my picks for the different star signs. Let me know if any of these are the perfume you wear that match your star sign, or what would you put for each star sign. Do let me know in the comments. I do read all your comments. And like I said, you can get your Ana Luisa jewelry for gifting for yourself with their up to 35% discount off. And of course, there's ZODIAC necklaces. All the links down below in the description box for that as well. But that's it, guys. So thanks so much for watching, as always, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.